It's never gonna happen.
Dude,
Here's what I was
you
thinking.
gotta believe.
Wait for it.
Like something that you have to look for. Sort of a where's Waldo? Some days I am just on fire.
Hey guys, it's been a minute. I can only explain my lack of posting this season by just saying that life has happened. I have experienced so much change in the past few months, but I'm really excited to get back to YouTube more consistently, and I'm filming today in an empty room in my sister's house, which explains the random equipment and lack of anything behind me, but I actually think this is quite cozy, so I hope you guys do too. Today, by popular demand, I'm talking about all of the very cool, small brands that you guys might not know about that I think are awesome and very high quality, and brands that I feel like the cool girl fashion girls know about. I'm not calling myself a cool fashion girl, but all of these brands are brands that I have found through following cool girl fashion girls that are kind of in the know with these more smaller and like slightly higher end brands, I would say. Just a forewarning, a lot of these brands in this video are a tad bit pricey. They're all very high quality though. So if you're not looking to see brands that are a little bit pricier, this might just not be the video for you. But I just want to get right into it because I have a lot to talk about. And I'm also going to show you things that are on my wish list from each brand. I have added a bunch of stuff to my carts to show you. Do not think that I'm going to go and buy all of these things. I just added them to the cart so that I could remember to show you. And I'll probably end up buying like 5% of the things that I show you are on my wish list, but I feel like they could serve as good inspiration. First brand I want to talk about is either De Mode Mode or De Mode Mode. I think that might be how you actually pronounce it. They do a lot of like finely knit wool. I'm not super well versed in like the vocabulary of describing materials. I want to get better at that. So if I say something wrong, just like, you know what I mean, right? By a finely knit wool you can see on the screen. And I feel like this is perfect for coming into fall because there are things that aren't like pieces that aren't super warm, but you can still get away with wearing them in the winter with, you know, layering and stuff once winter does come. But they all look like they fit really well, and I'm getting really into making sure my pieces fit my body like a glove, kind of. Not necessarily tight, but just nice, flattering, not normal, but like classic shapes in a way, focusing on fit and material. And this brand I think is just absolutely gorgeous. The two things that I have on my wish list from this brand are the Odette bag, which is this brown vintage cracked leather shoulder bag. And I just love the size of it, and I love the little like studs and embellishments. It's a little bit of a more kind of detailed, unique take on the like grommet and studded bag trend. And this looks like a bag that I would have been into in my teens and early 20s as well. I've always just liked that almost like Western inspired leather bag. The other thing on my wish list from this brand is the Elbari bandeau top. It's made of a mohair and wool blend, but it looks quite thin, so it doesn't look like it would get too hot in the summer, but because it is mohair and wool, I feel like you can get away with wearing it and layering it in the fall as well, in like the earlier fall months. This is one I probably won't buy because we are coming into the tail or the second half of fall, I guess, but I just love the colors and I love the little tie detail on the top. This was also on my wish list, and I think it got deleted from my cart because I selected a size that's not available anymore. I've always been an olive green girl. This again looks like a pant that I would have been obsessed with for literally my entire life, which is something that would make me very much willing to invest in a piece like this because I've always loved pants like this, like a mid-rise straight leg kind of pant in this olive color. And I've also always loved silver hardware, literally even as a kid. So this just kind of screams my name. And I love this little like, I don't know what you would call this, arch kind of hem, or not hem, seam at the top. I told you I'm not well versed in like fashion vocabulary, and I should get better considering I've been doing YouTube for this long. The next brand I want to talk about, which is not quite as small of a brand, and I think that some of you guys might have heard of this brand before, is Deiji Studios. I have their Ease trousers in white. It's these trousers here. And in person, I feel like you can't see the pocket through as much, but these are the pants I get so many questions on every time I wear them on my channel and on my Instagram. So they're from Deiji. My bedding at home is also from Deiji. I think it's Deiji, maybe Deji, but I've always called it Deiji. Deiji is another brand that I would consider their style to be mainly like unique basics and really well tailored, well crafted basics with, again, a focus on good materials. They also do have some accessories and also the bedding I do want to show you too. In their accessories, they have like minimalist, cool, unique belts, some bags, and also scrunchies. They use a lot of cotton, and when you first get it, it kind of reminds me of paper. And I think this is like a really cool, interesting property that this kind of cotton has. But the more you wear it and wash it, the softer it does get, which is especially true for their bedding. Okay, weird. They don't have their bedding on the US site, so I've just had to change. It may be something to do with the tariffs. They're not shipping to US anymore. But I love all of their bedding patterns. I think most of them are cotton or linen. They're a nice brand if you have like kind of a minimalist interior design style, but also want to play with mixing and matching your bedding, because all of their bedding is kind of like the same style and will work really nicely with each other. I have these white and blue striped pillowcases on my bed, and then my fitted sheet is this mahogany royal stripe, this one, but in the fitted sheet. And then I just have a white duvet. Anyways, I am in the market for a pair of trousers, and I love the Deiji trousers. If you aren't looking for a pair of jeans, but you're looking for a pair of pants that can be either very casual or dressed up, I feel like these trousers are the absolute best, and you cannot go wrong. They like lay very nicely and casually, but also hold a shape that can be very much dressed up. If you wear a bit more of an intentional like heel or metallic shoe, you can kind of get the idea of how they're styling their clothes, that they can very much be like comfy at home, casual day out, or you can dress them up. Love Deiji. Next brand I want to talk about is Girl Clumsy, and this is a very small brand, so they have kind of a limited inventory. This is one of the things that has been on my wish list since the summertime, is this bikini set. I love the like kind of emo-ish vibes of these colors and the stripes, and I love the idea of having a little like hot pant booty short bikini bottom. And they're not crazy expensive. This is just the price for the top, but I don't feel like that's too bad for a small brand. They also have it in this gray color, which I love. I've been loving a simple gray halter top. Paloma Wool is also making one that I think my friend might have that I absolutely adore. And I feel like if you're going to get a top that's like a very much summer kind of cut, getting a darker neutral can help it work for the fall time as well. Yeah, this is their very limited inventory, lots of grays. I just think it's beautiful. And so it's a nice brand to just keep continuously following if you don't find something you like in their current inventory. Next is the brand Elbari. This is a very, again, kind of pricey brand, but I absolutely love these gray tube tops. They also come with a strap that you can attach as well if you want. And I just love the contrast stitching. I think this red works so nicely with both colors of the gray. This net top I thought was really interesting. I feel like it was kind of hard to get a feel for what it would look like on bod until I clicked on these images, and I really like how it looks off the shoulder. So that top is actually the one thing that is in my cart on my wish list from this brand. I also love these zip jackets. I can't decide which one I would like better, but they both look really beautifully made and just like a very classic shape while also being like a tiny bit unique. And I just feel like the design of these pieces, even though they're not anything so crazy, they all look high-end just because they're so well made, and they are high-end. So another brand with a very limited inventory that's fun to just keep following along with. Next is Bella Anna. Lots of fun like drapery going on with this brand. They do make swim as well as clothes. I think the things that were mainly on my wish list were dresses from this brand. I'm not like a huge dress girl, and so when I see one that I like, it is like very exciting to me. I loved this dress. I don't even know if I would like it on me or not, but I just thought it was cool color blocking. They have it in a few different colors. Very beachy, and so not really good for this season, which is why I'm not going to end up buying this one. I wanted to show you because I just like following this brand. I also have on my wish list this morning top in the color navy. I just think it's a really nice, classy and classic cut, and I'm trying to invest in nice pieces like this that are a little bit more like adult tank top vibes and not like as skimpy and young as some of the tank tops that I have currently. I just think it looks like a beautiful material, and it sits really nice. Since it's fall, I'll show you some of the outerwear. I think it's just really interesting and unique shapes. This coat is really cool and beautiful. Next is the brand Priscavera, which I've been following on Instagram for a while. They have some like kind of grungy-ish stuff, but then also a lot of like more dressy pieces that kind of marry street style with like more elegant dressed up pieces. I really liked this moss velvet razorback tank. I just love this color. You know, I'm an olive green, and this material just looks like it would fall really nicely. I also love this dress. This is the dress that my algorithm has been feeding me so much. Another brand where everything I saved that I love are dresses, even though I don't wear a lot of dresses. This is like insanely expensive, I know, but this is one of those brands that even if I never buy anything from them, I just like following them because who doesn't like seeing pretty things? I also love this halter top. It's hard to see, but there's a cool little silver bead in the back, and then has a little lace up closure in the back. They have some swim, and we're kind of getting into the more like grungy street style vibes, which isn't as much my style, but I can still very much appreciate the coolness of it all. This dress I am also absolutely in love with. I love the neckline of it, and I love that the color is very like denim coated. So that's Priscavera. Now moving on to one of my favorite pre-loved secondhand clothing sites, which is Rigvert. They're based in Spain, and I ordered a few things from them for the first time recently, and I love everything that I got. They have so many things. They do drops weekly or bi-weekly, I think, and so you can sort by whatever you're looking for. Because it is fall, well, I'll just give you the vibe first. They're, I think, showing all of their jackets first because of fall, but they have a lot of really pretty like knits and stuff. I love this, what is it, not cowl neck, not turtleneck, I guess like folded over turtleneck. And again, it's stuff that's kind of pricey, but it is for a reason. Like you can tell they didn't just go to a thrift store and like buy things that they're now upselling. Like these are really nice and unique pieces, and they use the same model to model all of their clothes, but they do have a lot of different sizes, I noticed. So it is kind of hard to tell, like with the way she's posing, what would fit you and what wouldn't, because she models so many different sizes and they all tend to look like they fit her. So that was the only thing. So you just need to know your European size if you're going to order from this site, if you're not already familiar with European sizing. Also really, really cool skirts. And they also have a lot of amazing bags and shoes, which does not come as a surprise. Okay, people have snatched up all of their bags, but how fun. Vintage bags and shoes are always so fun. I have had my eye on so many things. I love these sandals, but it is fall, so I won't do that. I have had my eye on so many things from this site that then get sold before I can buy them. I've been looking at these shoes for so long, but they're not quite my size. They're 39 and I'm either a 37 or 38. Anyway, the things that are in my cart, oh, I already showed you this one. I have consistent taste because I didn't realize that was in my cart. These jeans I thought were really cool if you want to dabble in like the skinny straight kind of cut. I love these big pockets, and the red contrast stitching I think is really cool. And then this sweater I love, and I wanted to get to replace the sweater that I have that's a little bit similar but getting like very raggedy. So all of their pieces are in like perfect vintage condition. I don't think they ever sell anything with like noticeable wear or damage, and you can always see their sizes, dimensions, and material makeup, which I also love. I live in the States, and this is from Spain, and they came really fast. I think within a week of me ordering. Next brand I wanted to show you, another super small brand called Nina Bo. This is a brand that I find really, really fun and inspiring. Like these big sparkly bags are everything and remind me of a bag that I had when I was little and loved. And this is a kind of bag or the kind of brand that has such fun, unique things, like these crowns, like handmade little crowns. They're so fun, but a little bit avant-garde. Like obviously not everybody is gonna be down to wear a crown or this like bow, badge, ribbon, whatever you wanna call it. But it's another brand that no matter if you ever plan on purchasing anything from them ever, they're fun to follow just for the inspo. I think this bracelet is so fun. Maybe it will inspire you to start playing a little bit more with funky things. So that is Nina Bo. Next on to one of my favorite jewelry brands at the moment is Talina. They are handmade wooden bead jewelry and hair accessories and belts. I personally love their bracelets. I have two of them you might have seen me wearing. I have this Mori bracelet in the gold color in like the smaller bead style. And then I have this bracelet in the larger bead style in the purple. And I wear them together, I wear them separate. I'm obsessed with them. I literally, like, I could have everything they make in this brand and I would find some way to wear them because I think it's so fun. I do really want one of their necklaces one day. They have these chokers. I'm not a big choker girl. If they made like a longer version, I would definitely buy. I have seen people wearing, actually I've only seen one girl wear one of their belts and I absolutely adore it. Oh, actually I think Ash Callaghan has one, and then Ruby, daughter of a hoarder, has one as well that I've seen her wear, and I just cannot get enough of them. I love these belts. I just think they're so unique and gorgeous, and the colors are so vibrant, but also because they're wooden beads, it's like very earthy vibes, which is like fun to wear along with like the more contemporary 2025 trends. I just love this brand, can you tell? And then they have some more like avant-garde-y pieces that are really fun and would be so fun if you, like this I am obsessed with. And I wish that I were the kind of person that could just wear this day to day, but I'm not. So maybe one day I'll buy this and wear it for like a fun birthday or something. Anyways, almost done. Now we're on to Offcut, another brand that has kind of a limited inventory at a time. This brand I feel like has really unique shapes and designs, both in like the construction of their pieces and also in these fun patterns that are very like kind of early 2000s, kind of indie sleeves vibes. I really love this set. I feel like gray and turquoise is such a thing right now. I love these Mona shorts. And also these bubble capris I've been seeing everywhere. I think fast fashion brands are probably gonna start whipping these out because I feel like this is a fall trend that is happening. I love this top with the shoulder cutouts. It's giving very like 2010s. And this cool 3-in-1 sweat skirt that you can wear multiple different ways. I just think this brand is really thoughtful and unique, and they are one to keep an eye on. Like I said, they don't release much at a time, but they're fun to follow. And the last brand I want to talk about is the Grotesque Archive, or I think the brand is just called the Grotesque, but their Instagram is the Grotesque Archive. And they are another, I believe everything is secondhand. Pricey secondhand, of course, but another one just like Rigvert, where the pieces are most of the time unique enough to justify the high price point, and a lot of the time are like rare designers and like they know what they're talking about, they know what they're doing. They're not just like reselling things that they find at the thrift. And I really love following their Instagram. They also do, I think, weekly or bi-weekly drops. And I like following them for inspiration on dressing a little bit more unique and having more standout unique pieces in your wardrobe. These boots are insanely weird, but that is what I love about following this brand, is it's just like, it just reminds you to be fun. And it's just really cool that like these are all kind of old pieces made from niche designers that this brand has collected. And I like the way they style their pieces together too, which is what also makes it really fun to follow them. So that is all of the small brands I wanted to talk about. Please comment below any others that you have to add to the list. I'm sure everyone would love to go read and find new ideas of brands to follow. I'm very much about supporting small brands, and I also think buying things from small brands is just the easiest hack to having a more unique wardrobe. Thrifting is the cheap hack, the cheap way of doing that, and then buying from small brands is the more pricey investment way of doing that, and I love doing both. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. I am going to try to find maybe a little bit better of a filming situation here, but I will be filming a couple more in this house that will be out soon. So again, subscribe. I promise I will be posting more consistently than I have been. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.